Welcome to our special edition Thursday night shiur, Lu Nishmat, Miriam Bat Frecho, Ruach Hashem Tinicheh Began Eden. And also our shiur should be Lu Nishmat, Yonah ben Sarah, Amun ben Yoel, Ribi ben Yafa, Shulam ben Shlomo, Lu bat Yafa, and their Fuah Shlema, Avner ben Yoel, Ilana bat Ksenia, Nisan ben Dora, Chaim Miriam Rita bat Liza, Rivka Esther bat Miriam, Reuven Berozo Shoshana. May Hashem send them a speedy recovery. Amen. Amen. So our topic for tonight, I decided there's many things I wanted to speak about. I was discussing with my Torah mate over here last night, and I said, I want to speak about current events, how it deals with Mashiach, the prophecies in Isaiah, Jeremiah. Very interesting stuff. The prophecy in the Yalkut Shimoni that talks about how the king of Edom is gonna go to the king of Arab, which is Saudi Arabia, and then they're gonna go fight with the king of Paras. And we know this whole thing that's happening, current events started, if you guys don't realize, a couple of months ago with Iran bombing the oil tanker of Saudi Arabia. It's all a fight about oil, you should know that. On money. They call it the Abramson law. It's all about the gold, it's all about the money. And then I said to myself, listen, in current events, there's many people talking about, and many things we could talk about, many things we could say. But really, what I want to talk about tonight, I want to talk about what we're really here. We're here in the Yushvo, in a Hilula. We're here to remember this lady, Miriam Bat Frecha. Maybe at the end you could say maybe a word or two about her if you want. But I have a book not long ago by a person in our generation. He wrote a book. He said there's a halacha in the Shulchan Aruch in Hilchot Avelut Yoreh De'ah. I think it's Siman Shin Mem Aleph 341. It says over there, when a person eulogizes the dead, before they bury him, it's talking about before the burial, there are certain laws. For example, you cannot bring the dead into the shul. You can't bring him into the shul and eulogize him. Asur. Only if it's the rabbi's shul, if the deceased is the rabbi of the shul, or the rabbi is the Gedol Hador. Then you can go inside a shul. But other than that, if you guys realize, I don't know if you've ever been to a eulogy in 71st, they always leave the dead, the deceased, outside the shul, and they're also very careful not to put them under the awning. Why? And the Kohanim cannot go in, because the Tum'ah goes in. Why can't you bring the dead inside a shul? Because let's say you're in a Bet Knesset, and there's a Torah over there. The Torah says, what is this neshama coming and doing in my vicinity over here? Did he keep the Torah? And God forbid you could make a kitrug, a negativity on the neshama. So that's why we don't bring. But the Rav of the shul, even if he did averot, but all of his life he brit minyanim, he made shiurim, he made this, that. He's inside the Bet HaKnesset. It's his Bet HaKnesset. It's like his home. Not even his second home, his first home. You understand? So he could come inside the shul, and the Gedol Hador, obviously everyone is a student, so he could come inside the Bet HaKnesset, he could put his body in the shul. And obviously there's an old minhag, when they used to bring the Rabbanim's bodies inside the shul, Hasidim do this, they take candles around the body. They put candles around the body. Why? Ner Hashem Nishmat Adam. The Nerot uplift the Nishama. And all of our job as the descendants is to uplift the Nishamot. We don't want to keep the Nishamot down here. It's a very big punishment for the soul to stay down here. Why? We're going to explain it in the Shiur, Bezrat Hashem. Now the halacha is in Shin Mem Aleph, in the Shulchan Aruch Yoreh De'ah, when you eulogize the soul, the body, the neshama, you're not allowed to say something that's not true. If you say something that's a lie, already that person is not alive anymore. He's deceased. In the Olam HaNeshamot, the world of souls, there's no monkey business over there. There's no monkey shoulder over there. Everything is the truth. If you lie one time over there, they punish the neshama. But the guy says, it's not me, I'm not saying it. It's the people. They said, doesn't matter. You're the cause of this. They're now allowed to give you kavod that you don't deserve. Even if that's why when a person gets kavod, the Gemara says stories of Amoraim and Tanaim, great Rabbanim, they used to get honor, they used to run away. Why? Maybe they're not worthy of that honor. Maybe the honor comes from the Sitra Achra, from the other side, from the Yetzer Hara. They didn't want honor. In fact, King Saul, Shaul HaMelech, when they wanted to make him king, Samuel, Shmuel HaNavi, the prophet of that time, it says that Shmuel HaNavi was equal to Moses and Aaron. What did he do? Wow. He said Shaul is the king. In front of all the elders, everyone. They believed him. He was a prophet. He proved that he was a prophet. He was equal to Moshe and Aaron. What did Shaul do? He was afraid to get the honor. He ran away. He ran away. He was hiding, like hide and seek. That's what it's not a Gemara. It's an actual, in the Nevi'im itself. The book of Shemuel, the book of Samuel 1, Shmuel 1. He was hiding. Ben HaKelim, what's Ben HaKelim? Between the vessel, between the cubbies. He was hiding inside. He didn't want the honor. So therefore, we learn from this. When a person gives honor to a person that he doesn't deserve it, it's not a good thing. You gotta say the truth. You must say the truth. Why? When you're eulogizing the dead, the deceased, and you say something about him that's true, and it's a good thing, his neshama is able to jump a level. It's able to jump a level. Why? I always say this to people that learn Torah. By Torah, it says by tzaddikim, when they pass away, righteous people, vayelchu michayil el chayil. They go from strength to strength. What does that mean? They go from strength to strength. A person that's into materialism, he likes materialistic life. What does he have in life already? The newest television show? The newest game on PlayStation? You ask kids today, what's the thing they do? What do they live for already? Fortnite, they say. This is what they live for. That's what they do. They come home. That's what, from the morning till 3 o'clock at night. That's what they do. They live for nothing else. A person who lives for material, he goes a little bit older. He gets sick of video games. Goes to TV shows. TV shows, you get already sick of it. You go to movies. Movies, you get sick of it. You go to food. What's the newest restaurant? What's the newest taste? You get sick of that. You go to cigars. Cigars, you get sick of. You go to, recreational things. You get sick of that. Then you go to something else. Then suddenly at the end of your life, you get to 40 years old. And you're old. You got a belly. You got nothing better. Then you're like, I have nothing left to live for. I did everything. I traveled everywhere. I was with everything. And I have nothing left to live for. What happened? They call that a midlife crisis. And what does he do? Boom. But in Judaism, it's just the opposite. Vayelchu mechayil el chayil. There's no never ending to the levels that you could reach. You keep on going up and up and up. You go down, but you go up twice back. You go, why? Because when you learn Torah and you do Torah, mitzvot, you pray, you learn Torah. Torah comes from the infinite. When you tap into the infinite, there is no end to the pleasure that you could receive. That's why the Gemara says, no matter how much pleasures you receive in this world, doesn't compare to Olam Haba. Why? What's Olam Haba? What's Gan Eden? You know what Gan Eden is? I'm just taking off one veil. Let's say you have a lamp, right? You guys all know. I say lamp. You put on the lamp a veil, right? It shouldn't shine so bright. I put another veil. Every avera that you do, you're covering, till there's a bulb over there. But you're covering it so much, it's stopping to shine. But there's still a little something of it from the bottom. It comes out from the bottom. You do teshuvah, you take off another veil. Now what happens when a person passes away? Al korchecha. You know what al korchecha is? Against your will, it's like you're taking off all the veils in one shot. You see the Shekhinah, if you're lucky, you see God's presence, boom, your neshama comes out. But let's say you didn't do teshuvah before you passed away, you didn't say Ana, Vidui, you didn't teshuvah. What happens? Instead of seeing the Shekhinah when you pass away, what do you see? Malach HaMavet. Boom, the neshama comes out. He gets frightened. Yes, why? The Ari says your soul has a certain amount of sparks. The amount of sparks you have is the amount of time you will live. If you waste your sparks, you're finished. There's nothing but left for you to do over here. That's why tzaddikim would run after Baalei Tshuva, to make people more religious. Why they would run after them? Because when you make somebody religious, you're connecting to him. His life is your life. And you keep on going and going and going and going. Like Rav Ovadia Yosef. Right? 1 million people came to his levaya, to his yul. Could you know what 1 million people is, Rabotai? I don't think we understand the scope. In MetLife Stadium this past week, there was 80,000, 90,000 over there.
90 plus.
Oh wow, 90,000 people. In the levaya, I said it was close to 850,000 men. Wow. Just men. You know what that is? All those people were his neshamot. Amen. People who learned from him, people who did from him. Do you know what kind of olam haba he has? But he doesn't care about olam haba. You know why? A tzaddik wants to come back down here. Why? He doesn't care about the pleasure that he's going to get. He wants to come down here to serve. He rather serve without knowing what he's going to get. Because he knows the truth already. And he reaches that level of feeling. That's why when you connect to the infinite, when you connect to the Ein Sof, keep on going Torah, more Torah, more Torah, more Torah. That's why a tzaddik, let's say you see a righteous guy. You know he's a tzaddik. He's an observing guy. He's a good person. He didn't have Avera. The next day you see him, you're not allowed to think bad about him. The Gemara says for sure he did teshuvah at night. Because he loves the infinite so much, he loves Hashem so much, he cannot stop doing teshuvah. He for sure did teshuvah. Let's go kaf zechut. If you see a righteous person that went over an Avera, you can't think bad about him. But if you see a Rasha do it, he put another veil, and another veil, and another veil, he gets farther and farther and farther and farther. Big tzaddikim like the Baal Shem Tov, they were able to reach the bulb that's covered with layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers. And they were able to extract that bulb, that neshama. What's that bulb? It's the spark, the godly spark. If I would tell everyone over here something amazing, I tell this to kids in my school, these kids are far from Torah, from mitzvot, because they don't feel it. They feel, I once made an experiment. I asked the kids, I said, what do you guys want to do? I was substituting for a Hebrew teacher. So I said, I'm going to make a little experiment. I put all the kids, there were 7 kids in the class. I asked every single one of them, what do you guys want to do when you grow up? Over 50% of the class, they didn't have a clue. They just said something that makes money. That's all they care about. Something that makes money. Why? Why they say that? Because when they see from example, that's what their ilah, that's what their abba and ima, that's what they live for, that's what they want to live for too. But they don't understand that their ilah, their abba and ima is suffering. They're suffering because if they had some kind of taste in their life, some kind of ta'amu, what does the Torah say? What does King David say? Ta'amu, taste, ur'u, and see, kitov Hashem. It doesn't say see and taste. It says taste and see. Why taste then see? Because a person who's crazy, he would taste something before seeing it, right? Who knows what you're putting inside your mouth? Hashem says, trust me. I know what I'm putting inside your mouth. It's good. Ta'amu. Ur'u kitov Hashem. God is good. What does the Torah say? Ubacharta b'chaim. God says, I'm giving you 2 paths. But I'm telling you, choose life. It's good. Torah is good. Judaism is good. When a person passes away, we eulogize him. We have to learn to say the truth about them. Why? Let's say the guy was a Rasha. He has nothing good about him.
You don't say that.
Huh? You don't say nothing? The tzaddik finds the bulb. He finds under the veil the layers and layers and layers. He finds that neshama. He says, you know what he says? At least he was Jewish. At least he had a Brit Milah. King David. You know who King David was? You know who David HaMelech was? It says Adam HaRishon, the first man, Adam. How do you spell them? Aleph, Dalet, Mem. Adam, yeah? Adam. Aleph, Dalet, Mem. Aleph is Adam. Dalet, David. Mem is Mashiach. That means the truth is the whole world is really who? King David. Adam, David, and Mashiach is the same person. So when you read Tehillim, why do people say, the rabbis say, read Tehillim? You're in a problem? Read Tehillim. You do something? Read Tehillim. Read Tehillim. I took upon myself not long ago, maybe I shouldn't say, but I'm going to say it for inspirational reasons. Every day not to miss 10 chapters of Tehillim. The world is going to come down, 10 chapters of Tehillim. Not the 10 chapters of Rav Nachman Breslov. I start from the beginning of the book, and I end. 15 days it takes, 150 chapters. Every 15 days, finish. Every 15 days. Why? When you read Tehillim, it's King David's story about everybody's life. King David is crying over there. He's a king! You know, I told this to kids in my class. I said, you know, King David had 18 wives. Oh, that guy was balling. Yo, he was a G. He was like this. I feel bad that I said anything at the end of the day. I'm trying to give a message over here. And then I tell them, I try to make them feel bad. I says, you know, every Jew is allowed to marry up to 1,000 wives. But the kings are up to 18. Like, oh, you know, they go crazy. That's not the point, Rabotai. It's not about how many wives he married. The Gemara says, David HaMelech was only with each one of his wives once a month. To keep the mitzvah of Ona, that's it. It was about only the mitzvot. But David HaMelech, he says inside the Tehillim, he poured out his soul over there. His neshama, but his neshama is Mashiach's neshama. Because who's the Mashiach? David HaMelech himself. Anybody read last week's Haftarah? The Haftarah, the Maftir, Haftarah. Anybody read it inside? Or they just they just rely on the Chazan? You have to read it yourself. What does it say over there? David Avdi. And David, my servant, will be Nasi Aleim Le'olam. He will be their prince, their king forever. That means David is Mashiach. And David is Adam. When you read Tehillim, you're bringing the Neshama up. Why? Everybody's Neshama connected to David. David HaMelech. That's why David is 14. Ahava, love, is 14. Echad is how much? 14 plus 1. 13 plus 14. Everything that's the point, Tehillim. That's why when a person passes away, you know Chevra Kadisha, guys? How do you say Chevra Kadisha?
No.
Chevra Kadisha, no, in Russian, something. The guys who, what do they read around the thing? What do they read around them? Tehillim. Take a Zohar, take a Mishnah, take a Gemara. Everybody start learning. Elu Mitziot, Hamafki, that's L'chaver. Let's learn some Gemara around the dead body. Let's do that. No. What do they read? Tehillim. You want to uplift a deceased person's soul? Tehillim. Why? I'll tell you a secret. Tehillim is I'm not going to go through it everything in one shot, but take my word for it. You could do it at home. Tehillim is the numerical value 480. The wife of the Samech Mem, also 480. The Samech Mem, the Yetzer Hara, has a female side to it. Female side. Her name, I don't want to say her name. It's not good to say her name. Her name equals Tehillim. That means Tehillim's power cancels her out. That's why in Yom Kippur, it says on Yom Kippur, if a person goes to sleep on Yom Kippur and he has a dream that he's not supposed to have, and he wakes up, he should be worried that year he's gonna Yitgadal V'Yitkadash.
So basically don't sleep.
Yeah, that's why. What does the Arya Kadosh say? Say the first 4 chapters of Tehillim. If you say the first 4 chapters of Tehillim, you're gonna cancel her out. You're not gonna. She's not gonna come and see you at night. I'm choosing my words very carefully because it's very important for me to speak clean. The person has to learn to speak clean. When you read those 4 chapters, you cancel her out. And look, Sfaradim, God bless us. In all of our Sidurim, they instituted already inside the Machzorim. They put it inside the Sidur of Yom Kippur already. You don't even know what you're reading. You don't know what you're doing. Our Nishamot are so great. Anyways, so a person passes away. It's first step, very important, to say the truth. Say what that person did. Find the Nikudat Tova. Find the good thing about them. That good thing uplifts their neshama. V'yelchu mechayel el chayel. He connects to the infinite. Why do we want to uplift them? What's the problem? Let them stay down here. The Gemara I'm going to read you right now over here. This is, the name of the shiur is Life After Death. But it's really a couple of series of shiurim we're not going to do. But the point is that when a person passes away, the sevel, what he has to go through before he gets to the Beit Din and to the Olam, to the Gan Eden, it's a lifetime of itself. There is beings in this world called Shedim, roughly translated as demonic beings. Oh, you're speaking to me Zohar, you're speaking to me this. I'm not speaking to you no Zohar, no Kabbalah, not Ari, nothing. I'm speaking to you Gemara, Talmud. Talmud, you guys. Trust if I read you a piece of Talmud? Now, the word demon, it's not a Jewish word. What does that even mean? It comes from the book Dante's Inferno. It's a Kritmach book. They called it demon. You think what you guys see in the movies and stuff?
Demon.
Yeah, demon, right? It's like shtiyah. Why do we call shedim? The reason why we call shedim, a shed, in singular it's shed, in plural it's shedim. Why do we call them that? There is a name of God called Shakai. I said Shakai instead of Shah and then Dai. because it's the name of God I'm not allowed to say. If anybody knows, where is it written? In the mezuzot. You look at the mezuzah, it's a shin, dal, shakai. All of us, every human being over here, we're born shedim. When the mohel comes and he gives a brit milah, he reveals the yud. From shed comes shakai. That's why it's very important to get a mohel that knows what he's doing. At least some l'shem yichud. But no, people want it to be clean, no blood, no this, no that.
No crying.
I remember when I gave my son the brit, the blood that was flowing, I myself got scared over there. Then my wife said, "You touching another thing again?" Then I thought, now we have 3 girls in a row. That's what happens. That's what you open your mouth. That's what happens. Don't complain. So, but the shed, they call a demon, he doesn't have a brit milah. He doesn't have a brit even. That's why the yud is taken away from him. And instead of shakai, which we are shakai, that's why we look like a shin. 2 hands and a head is a shin. Body is a dalet, and the brit is the yud. But a demonic being, quote unquote, is just a shed. That's why when your mezuzah is pasul, what comes inside your room? Shin dalets. That's what happens. One of the reasons. It could be many. It could be in your room you have avodah zarah. It could be in your room you have something tamis, something comes inside. Not necessarily mezuzah, but mezuzah is one of those reasons. Mezuzot, how do you say the Torah calls it? Mezuzot. Mezuzot is the letter zaz mavet. Death has been removed. If your mezuzot is not good, then the zaz mavet, I don't want to say, it's the other way around. When are these demonic beings created? When were they created? On Friday, right before Shabbat came in. Ben Hashemashot.
After Adam.
After Adam was created.
So they're the last one.
They're the last things created. They weren't finished. Oh, God doesn't know. I once said this shiur somewhere. I was like, oh, God doesn't know how to finish creating something? Kaleh. God did that on purpose. Obviously. Like, what are you trying to say over here? God did that on purpose. He created these demonic beings on purpose like that. That they should be like that. And the Gemara says, when a person passes away, if he doesn't have a zchut, these beings catch him. The soul, the neshama, it gets caught up inside of them. What helps it go up? The eulogies you give about him that are true. The hespeds and the kadishes. Those kadishes and hespeds, they're protections for the body.
That's why they do it.
So before we go to Gan Eden, Gehenom, Reshit Chokhmah, we gotta still talk about what happens after that person passes away. I mean, he's still in limbo over here. To the point where the Gemara says in Moed Katan, you're not allowed to eat in front of the dead body. You can't eat in front of him. Why? The body is still used to food. It's still used to it. And when he sees you eating, it wants to eat too. And when he wants to eat, he's mekatreg on you. He causes negativity on you, and those shedim, they catch on you too. That's why Chevra Kadisha is a tough job. Chevra Kadisha is not a simple job. I heard stories of people in the working Chevra Kadisha that they said we heard voices from in the casket. I heard this from first hand. I'll tell you if you want. I'll tell the person's name after the shiur.
But he was alive.
He was alive, you're saying? I don't know. The Gemara says it could be somebody got alive after like 20 days. The Gemara says, who knows? Not long ago in Australia, I think it was half a year ago, some woman was in a morgue for a couple of days. She got up. It's not a simple thing. What chapter of Tehillim we say to break off this mazikim, this shin dalets? Chapter, anybody knows what chapter in Tehillim?
91.
Are you a tzaddik or what? What do you have, telepathic powers over here?
She just watching the
You were about to say that too? Chapter 91. What do we say in Chanukah? 7 times by the candles? Chapter 91, 7 times. Why? Those 7 times you say, it's supposed to be protection for you for the whole year. So somebody told me I got no protection for accidents, this, that. I told him when you say Yosef Beseter, you have to have kavanah with your reading. You can't say the Yosef Beseter and have kavanah, you're at work. It doesn't work. When you say the Yosef Beseter, you have to have kavanah. Why? Mitzvah belo kavanah, kiguf belo neshama. A mitzvah without kavanah is a body without a soul. You expect it to help you? People think, Shovavim is coming up. Oh, I'm going to do tikkunim. There's signs now outside. Tikkunim. I'm going to pay $84. That's it. My brit is going to be clean. I'm going to make millions of dollars. Whoever does this is a liar. Whoever makes these kinds of they're liars. Who said the point of tikkunim is for you to be a millionaire? Who said that? Where does it say that in the Ari HaKadosh? I want to know. You tell me, I want to know. Where do people come up with this kind of stuff? That's the problem. When a person doesn't learn from a Rebbe, a person doesn't learn from he doesn't want to learn from somebody, he makes wrong assumptions. And then when it doesn't happen, he's a ganav, that guy. He's a stealer.
You said it's connected to...
You ask me later, I'll tell you what I said. I'm not going to talk about myself, hold on. Anyways, I want to read you guys a Gemara. Why? Because I don't want to show you guys that I'm lying to you about this Shin Dalets. Now the Gemara is very careful. It's not good to say their name too much. It's not good. Why? Whenever you say something, you ever heard of the butterfly effect? You're eating rice in San Diego, you're making a hurricane in Japan. You ever heard of that? It's called impulse effect. A person could think about something, suddenly you see that person passing by, right? Because our minds are all connected. We're all one being. We're all from Adam HaRishon. So therefore the Gemara says when you say the names of these beings, you're going to meet them. They're going to come to you. So it's better not to say them too much. The Gemara has a different name for them called mazikin. What's mazikin? Mazikin is things that harm you. Harmful beings. I want to read a Gemara, and this Gemara should be B'ezrat Hashem, David, Luni Shmat, your grandmother, Miriam Bat Frecha, as if she learned this Gemara. Te'il. Tanya was learned in a Braita. Abba Binyamin Omer. There was a Amora called Abba Binyamin. They call him like this, Abba Binyamin. Ilmale nitna reshut la'ayin lerot. If God gave a permission for the eyes to see, ein kol birya yachol la'amod b'pnei hamazikin. There is not a being in the world that will not die out of fright from these things that surround us. Wow. Now you understand sometimes why kids are afraid to sleep in the dark. They never saw any scary movies. They never saw anything scary, but they're afraid to be in the dark.
They could see those guys.
They could feel it. They feel it. We don't feel it because our chomer is already becoming so thick with the Chinese food, this, that. We already, long time ago, we love the dark. We love that. But sometimes when you walk outside, I'm not going to tell you the whole Gemara, sometimes you feel like somebody, you ever feel like this eerie feeling, like somebody's following you, you look back, nothing is there. And there's really nothing there. It's these mazikin. Not my words. Because the neshama, even though you don't see it, your neshama sees it. Your mazal feels it. Amar Abaye says, Inu nefishe minan. These shindalets, these mazikin, are 10 times us, the amount of human beings.
Size-wise, or more of them?
In population.
Population.
V'kai me'alan ki kisle le'ugia. They stand around us like a ditch around a mound. You have a mound, you have a ditch inside, and you have a mound and a ditch surrounding it, right? How they used to farm back then? They used to make a hole in the ground surrounding like a, what do you call it? Arik. And for the water to go in, right? And they used to surround the plant to grow. Like this, they're surrounding every one of us. These mazikin. That's what the Gemara says. I'm reading from Amar Abaye. Amar Rav Huna. Rav Huna says something even scarier. Kol chad vechad minan alfa mismale. Each one of us has 1,000 of them to his left. Ve'vatet mimine, and 10,000 to his right. I mean, each one of us, you're walking outside, you have no idea what's surrounding you. Kochot HaTumah, that's why now you understand the reason why rabbis back in the day used to wear tefillin all day.
Why it doesn't attract it?
This tefillin is a natural repellent.
Oh, it's like mezuzah.
Yes.
Because of this-
What's inside them is Shin, Dalet, Yud. Shakai is in the tefillin again. Unbelievable, right? We're Jews. We have something. Right? I think we have something, right? Amar Rava says, "Hi dochaka dave dekala." Sometimes when you're in a crowd and you feel you're very squeezed in, even though you have room, you feel claustrophobic. Mina yohavei. That's because of them. Hane birke de shelahi. When your knees become tired for no reason, minayu. That's because of them. Hane mani de rabbanan de balu. When your clothes become worn out, and you have no reason why they're worn out. Minayu, it's because of them. Hani kare de menakfa minayu. When you walk and suddenly you slip and fall, you have no reason why you fell. It's because of them. Hane man de ba'e lemeidalu. If a person wants to see them, what should he do?
That's not.
Don't try this. Leite kitma de nihila. He should take sifted ashes and turn them into fine powder. Unehadar apuria, put them around your bed. Ubetzafra chaze kikare. In the morning you're gonna see there's like 3 fingers in the ashes,
Chicken legs.
like chicken legs. Now you understand why it's so important to say Kriyat Shema al Hamita. Because what do we say in Kriyat Shema al Hamita, the Shema before we go to sleep? Yosef. What do we have there? Chapter 91. Why is 91 there? To knock those. That's why people have dreams. Like, oh, we had a dream. Right away I said to them, guys, your dreams, they could be from the Sidra Akra, so relax. Now, I'm going to read you one more Gemara, and we're going to call it a night. What time we have over here? 9:10. Hai man de ba'ele michsin. Let's say you want to see them. What should you do if you want to see them? You don't want to see them?
Yeah,
Neither do I.
Protect the label.
But look at the greatest of the Gemara. Laite shilyata de shunrata. Bring a placenta of a female cat. Ukmeta bat ukmeta. A black cat, the daughter of a black cat. Bukhrata bat bukhrata. A firstborn black cat, the daughter of a firstborn black cat. Velikliya benura. Burn the placenta in fire. Velischake. Grind the placenta, the ashes. Velimle enamine. Put it around your eyes like eyeliner. Like an eyeliner. V'chazelo, you're going to start to see them.
No way.
They're gonna raise the limit for your eyes.
Have you tried?
Yeah, the Gemara is going to say, one rabbi actually tried. V'lish deyeh begufta de parzela. You should take the remainder of the ash, put it in an iron tube. V'lichtme begushpanka de parzela. Seal it with an iron seal. Dilma ganve mine, because the demons could steal the rest over ashes. V'lichtul pume. Why? Then you're going to be harmed. If they steal the rest over ashes, they could not only will you see them, they're also going to harm you. You have to seal the leftover ashes. There was a rabbi in the Gemara's time. He was the son of Abaye. He was, if you look at Masechet Chagiga, one of the best friends with the Samech Mem. Samech Mem and him were buddies.
Oh, this is the guy who
His name was Rav Bevai.
took the sword?
No, that's Rabbi Yeshua ben Levi. That was not his friend. He tricked him. This guy was actually his friend. It's Amorah, this guy. Shalom. He was actually his friend. His name was Rav Bevai. Some Ashkenazim say Rav Bibi. Sfaradim say Bevai. What's Bibi? What is this? Your grandmother over here? Or Bibi? Rav Bevai bar Abaye. Avadach. He did that. He took the ashes, he did everything. He found the daughter of the black cat. He raised the black cat. She had a daughter, black cat. A couple of them he had to do. Why? Because that always comes out pure black. Chaza, he saw them. This is Amorah. Ve'itzak. He got into a coma. After he saw them. Ba'u Rabbanan Rachamel. The rabbi started to ask for him mercy. That he should wake up. Ve'itase. And he woke up. That means, Rabotai, when a person, if this is us, if we would experience such a thing, you know, if you're walking in a dark room, somebody suddenly just grabs your hand, what's going to happen to your neshama? Between heaven and earth, right? Imagine you're going to see such kind of beings. Now, why am I telling you this Gemara? Why am I telling you this Gemara? The Gemara continues. Amazing stuff over here. Why am I telling you this Gemara? You guys should know one thing. This is not a fantasia. Jewish people are stiff-necked people. We have that's why we put a tefillin on the right in the neck, the back of the neck. So we should soften it a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like or we just soften ours. We're very skeptical people. But I know one thing. This Gemara is real. If the Gemara says it's real. And the Goyim only took it from us. Where did they get this black cat? Don't cross the street. Black cat, Shema Plat. All this Avodah Zarah. But I'm just saying the idea is the same. Now you have a neshama that passed away. God forbid these mazikim don't let the neshama go up. Doesn't let the neshama go up. So we do tzedakot, kadishim, this, that, to let the neshama go up. But you have to remember, the Gemara says in Moed Katan, you have to say the truth. Emet. Why emet? What's the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet? Aleph. What's the middle letter? Mem. What's the last letter? Taf. The opposite of a Shin Dalet. Why? Shin Dalet, 2 letters, ends. This is the whole alphabet. You gotta put the whole alphabet back into the neshama. Why? It's missing its mitzvot. It's missing its Torah. It's missing its Maasim Tovim, the Gemlut Chasadim. I want to read you a Gemara, one last Gemara. I want to tell you something. Anybody wants something Ilui Neshama, I'm going to tell you a small Gemara. You're going to like it. If not, get your money back. Guaranteed. What does the Gemara say? Small Gemara. Tanya. We learned in a Braita. Amar Rabbi Yosef said, Pa'am achat haiti melech baderech. One time I was walking in the way. This Rabbi Yosef is a student of Rabbi Akiva. He had 5 students after 24,000 passed away, right? Mm-hmm. This is one of the last 5 students that were left. V'nichnasti lechorba. I walked into a dead house. What does it mean, dead house? An abandoned house. Over there, Shin Dalits are full. It's connected to our Gemara. Litpal. Why did I go there? It was mincha time. And I wanted to pray. Ba Eliyahu Hanavi Zachur Latov. Eliyahu Hanavi came. Shamari al Petach. He was guarding the door. Why was he guarding the door? There was no mezuzah. Eliyahu Hanavi is Shem Shakai. He was the mezuzah. Amazing. He waited until I finished the prayer. After I finished, he told me, Shalom Alecha Rabbi. How are you, Rabbi? Eliyahu was telling Rabbi Yosef. I told him back, Shalom Alecha Rabbi Umori. I told him back, how are you, my Rabbi and my teacher, my master? Amar li, Eliyahu Hanavi tells Rabbi Yosef, Rabbi Gavriel, Beni, my son. Why did you go inside this abandoned house? It's dangerous. Why did you go there? Amar to litpalek, I came to pray. Amar li told me, you should have prayed while you were walking, while you were on the way, on the train. I was afraid somebody's going to stop me in the middle of the prayer. Amar li, you should have prayed small, short. At that moment, I learned from him 3 things. I learned from him that you never go into an abandoned house. Right. That's the first thing. I learned from him when you pray on the way, you have to pray short prayer. And I learned from him something. Va'amarli, and he told me, Beni, my son, Eliyahu was telling Rabbi Yosef, the student of Rabbi Akiva. He asked him, what did you hear in the abandoned house? What did you hear there? It's the Gemara, Masechet Brachot, Daf Gimel. Amarti lo, I told him, Shamati, I heard a voice like a dove. That's purring like a dove. When a dove, makes that, that sound. I heard a voice like that said, Oy lebanim, woe, W-O-E. Woe is to my kids, that in their averot, I destroyed my house, I burnt my Beit HaMikdash, and I sent them to the Galut. The voice is saying to Rabbi Yosef in the middle of tefillah. He had Ruach HaKodesh in the middle of his mincha. Ve'amar li, and Eliyahu Navi told me back, Chayecha, I swear on your life. Not like the kids say today, I swear. This is a real one. Chaye Roshcha, I swear on your head. It's not only when you were praying, the divine presence says that. But every day, 3 times a day, Shacharit, Mincha, and Aravit, God is saying, woe is to my kids that I sent to Galut. Every time we gather together, we pray at Aravit right now, Hashem was saying that. And not only that, look at this, this is the point I wanted to say. The moment, B'sha'ah Yisrael nichnasim lebate knesiot, when the Jews go inside a shul, when they go inside a place of learning, house of Torah. I heard there's a shul right now in Jamaica State called House of Torah. Ken Yirbu. Ve'onin, and they say after the shiur, they say Kaddish, we're going to say now Kaddish, Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. At that moment, when we say Yesh Rabba Mevorach after a shiur, God shakes himself and shakes all the worlds. Mena'anea Rosho Ve'omer. Praised is the king. Ashrei HaMelech Shekmakadesin Oto Beveito. Praised is the king that his kids give him praise in his house. The oy lo le'av, and woe is to me that I send him to Galut. If a Kaddish after Devar Torah does this to a Nishama, imagine what it could do if you do it Leilu Nishmat somebody. Such a great thing. Here at Zon, our shiur over here should be to Nishmat Miriam Bat Frecha, and all the names and all the Refuah Shlemas and everything that we said. May Hashem bless us with bracha, v'atzlacha. May we continue to and Hashem protects all the Jews inside the Gola until the Navi comes and Mashiach Tzidkenu comes in and will gather us, and then we will go happily with Mashiach Tzidkenu to Yerushalayim Yirakot to build Binan Beit HaMikdash. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. V'amen. Rabbi Hanan ben Pesha Omer.